I don't remember if I'm friends with her on Facebook. If I am, no, I have to be, because we were pretty good friends in high school. I actually had a big crush on Katie. No, I wouldn't say a big crush, but I always kind of had like a low key kind of affinity for her. I feel like. Um, and oh yeah, we're friends. Yeah. Um, and we were friends. She talked. I was in Spanish class with her. We sat next to each other in Spanish class. I remember talking to her a lot. She rode my bus for a long time. Um, but she was always in love with TJ. And that was sort of her whole thing, was she just loved TJ, and I think they're still together. So that's cute, because I would totally not want to be with Katie. Like, I am. It feels so good being totally okay with how everything turned out after high school, in terms of, I mean, obviously it's a lot easier to feel that way now that I, met Veronica and stuff, but yeah, it just, I'm just very glad that me too. Oh, fuck, me too. I mean, I was with Rachel for a long time, but that was never gonna work, so it was like, and thinking back, it's like, of all your high school crushes growing up, or like middle school, high school crushes, who of those people would you really want to be with now, really? Or do any of them? And I can't think of a single one. My biggest ones were Rachel, who I was with and went through that whole thing with. Erica Bojanowski, which was sort of a... that was funny because we actually kind of had a thing, not really a thing, we didn't like make out or anything. But she kind of said she was into me at some point. That was like we were talking on MySpace, I think, honestly, when I was in Minnesota. And I came back and visited once, and I saw her. I like visited the school or some dumb shit, and I saw her there. But then I kind of never really pursued it once I came back, and I can't remember why. But then, hey, turns out that's a good idea, because she's, Erica, and that whole, yeah. She's like a Rick and Morty type. And I just, I'm not saying it's not okay to like Rick and Morty. It's just she's one of those types who just like thinks that, I don't know. Maybe I'm judging her. I don't know. I'm just making stereotypes about her, I guess. But anyway, fuck that. Whatever. But you obviously know what happened to her. I'm trying to think who else. Maggie was obviously train wreck. I don't even know why I liked her at all. But I was like 14 when that happened. At least when I dated her in high school. Yeah, I actually, looking back, I don't understand the Erica hype either. I got a crush on her when because of the, everybody knows the new kid effect. I actually was able to exploit the new kid effect in Minnesota, and eventually did get the girl right before I moved back. I did actually make out with Liz a couple times, that girl that I liked, the girl who played trumpet with me actually in band. She was awful though. Oh my god, she was awful. And if you see her on Facebook now, she's, whatever. Now I'm just talking shit about a bunch of people from high school. Not like you even know her anyway, but yeah, so I took advantage of the new kid. But with Erica, I think it was the new kid effect when we were in 6th grade, because she was new in 6th grade from I can't remember where. And she was on my team, I think. I remember her being in my language arts class. I don't really know who else. There's a lot. I mean, of course, there's a lot of like passing crushes through school, but I don't remember any other ones off the top of my head who I like really was like super into. Honestly, yeah. Wish I'd taken advantage of the new kid effect. Oh no, you totally could have. It's actually like ridiculous how much of it. It's totally a thing. It is totally a thing. In fact, Liz talked to me almost right off the bat at band camp when we were marching, because we were literally marching next to each other, and we were doing a drill, and she was whispering to me, asking me like where I was from and blah blah blah. And I remember that very vividly, but I remember thinking like, what the fuck, like. Pure new kid effect. Wait, Rebecca who? Rebecca, is she a girl from Olime or Yale for psychology? Hey, maybe she'll get recruited by the CIA. There had to be some other band girl. I mean, of course, like of all the pretty girls in school, like every guy kind of always thinks about it. Like, do I like her? But there was a lot of them that I was really not into. That just maybe arbitrarily, I just didn't have a like. Never saw the Kaisa thing. Never really saw the Sarah Stefan thing, but that's okay. I'm not talking shit about you, but just me personally, never really saw it. Never really saw the. I don't think who else was like hot stuff in band. Val Gipper, never saw that, which is funny because I dated Maggie, who I think on paper is probably uglier and more annoying. But never saw it. Yeah, never saw that. Who else? I had a crush on Courtney Compagner in 4th grade, but quickly got over that when I realized she was just like the evangelical type, basically. And that's a very funny thing looking back to, and like when I talk about my girlfriend's affinity for God and Catholicism and whatever, you know, to contextualize it, you have to realize it is nothing like the Courtney Compagner, Mike Britton type of Christianity at all. It's absolutely nothing close to it. Otherwise, I would be repulsed by her. Completely repulsed. You know, because they're the kind of very just, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Just a very kind of unga bunga. Like, I think of, maybe this is kind of, maybe I'm bragging or something, but I just see Veronica's faith as more evolved, or like she actually there's some rationality behind it. Okay, Wednesday. Thursday. But I always saw, especially now, I see Courtney and Mike's type of Christianity as very unga bunga. Like, no real IQ behind it, you know? Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, I've never heard Veronica talk about the Bible. I mean, I know she reads the Bible, and she'll talk about, oh, the priest said such and such of a passage today from the Bible, but she doesn't like. She certainly doesn't. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See, this is very weird. My notes just don't account for this, but I think it's ultimately faster. So if I just take advantage of it, I should. Right. No, also I'm totally not trying to drag you through the mud on the Sarah thing. Dude, you know the Cassie story? What's her name? Rachel's eventual roommate. At least you should know that story. I think that I told you when I kind of followed this girl across campus. Not super far across campus, but I just didn't know how to talk to her. And I was like, this was like I was like 19 in college. Anyway, so that was a train wreck. But so the whole Sarah thing, I mean, yeah, you kind of had it was kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like, I think we've all been there, maybe, at least a little bit, you know. So here I am outing myself as a harasser. No, it was painful. That was actually really painful. Good thing she turned out to be. Oh, just, yeah. Well, whatever. Now I'm just talking a bunch of shit, but I'm just being a hater. Trying to think of who else. I don't know. Oh, I had a crush on Sophie Gardina for like 5 minutes in 3rd grade. I can remember that happening. I remember it because we were in like a group together making a poster of some kind. That was before. Was that before you moved to Manawan, Josh? I think it was. I think you're 4th grade, right? Something like that. But yeah, I remember that in language arts class. Her and somebody else I was making a poster with. About some stupid book I didn't read. This is Monday. Hang on. Tuesday. I had a mild crush on some. Oh yeah, yeah. I haven't seen her. I don't know if we're still friends on Facebook, to be honest. She looks like exactly. Yeah, she looks like what's the word? I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, I that's my understanding too. I don't. That's just from what I've heard, or probably just from what I remember seeing on Facebook a few years ago. But yeah, this is Wednesday. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It would have to lead to, yeah. Otherwise, I don't think I would want to have a conversation. Well, I don't know. Maybe she's. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she turned out decently smart. I don't remember talking to her very much in high school at all, honestly. I really don't remember talking to her in high school. This is Wednesday. I don't remember. Yeah, maybe that is. Yeah. What is this? That's good. Actually, good rain. I shouldn't pause there. Damn. Who? What do you mean absurd? Hey, no, I think that, yeah, I think a lot of people have, I wouldn't say that a lot of people have eating disorders. I would just say that everybody has their demons, and for a lot of young women now, I think that involves at least a stint with an eating disorder. Well, yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, that was kind of my Oh, that's why I remember talking to her in college, because she was at Michigan State. That is why I remember talking to her. Yeah, I don't know if I saw her. I don't remember ever seeing her on campus, though. There's a few people. Saturday. I remember seeing a few times on campus, but other than, like, I remember seeing Devin Early a few times on campus. I remember seeing, I think Ryan Hurst went to Michigan State. I remember seeing him at least once. But it's very interesting how hardly at all I saw any of them. And I think it might have to do with my major, because I was in a part of campus that I think none of them studied in. But yeah. Oh, you don't like Ryan? Yeah, I never really had an opinion of him. I remember him I have one memory of him from like 5th grade where I think we had to do a project together. I always remember doing projects with people in elementary school, because I remember it always sucking ass, because doing group work in school like that always sucked ass. And for him, it's like he had to take control of the project. We had to like design a product for a commercial and make the commercial, I think. And I remember him just having to control the whole thing. It was the same thing with that group project with Sophie and the other guy in the group was Scott Spencer, who you may not even. Oh no, you'd probably remember Scott Spencer because he was there. He actually moved to Ohio eventually, I think. After, I don't remember when, but anyway, and he had to control the whole damn project too. Okay, this is Saturday. And now I was literally 9 years old when that happened, and I can specifically remember that. Saturday. Sunday. Yeah. Now, sometimes I was lazy in those kinds of group projects because it was often like not very specific what we had to do. It was like, oh, just make a poster. And then, you know, somebody would want to be a hero in the group and make it really complicated. And I'd be like, dude, none of us read this book. What the fuck? Why are we going to such crazy lengths? The teacher doesn't even fucking care, you know. But later in school, especially when it was like in science class where you actually had to like do the experiment or whatever, that's when I really hated group projects, because most of the time I was literally like, people were like, oh, well, you know, do you think you could do this? And I'm like, just shut up, I'll do the whole thing, you can copy it. I just didn't even want to deal with it. Yeah, welcome back, I guess that's. I think people liked me because a lot of nerds won't let you copy off them, but I never gave a shit. Dude, actually, Taylor was in my kindergarten class. She was actually always fairly nice to me, and I remember being in Spanish class with her too, the same one that Katie was in. And I remember getting her actually always being pretty nice to me, even though she was popular. Dude, she's fine. She's definitely fine. Yeah, I'm sure you were that nerd, yeah. Alright, this is Monday the 15th. Okay, I could use an herb here, because I'm kind of low. Kind of only have one right now. There we go. Cool. This is... Oh, shit, nice. Nice. 7-3, I think. quick all endings race. Maybe rain check on that one. Tuesday the 16th. Anyway, yeah. No, but I don't know what were we talking about before that. We were talking about crushes in high school or something. And then Sophie. Oh yeah, and then people at Michigan State. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember who else. Who else went to Michigan State? Probably a lot of people. Because everyone goes to Western Michigan State, and then the hoity-toity fart sniffers go to U of M. Kappa. You probably did, yeah. I mean, I just remember them because I went to school with them the whole time, but... Wednesday... 18, 19... 20... Are you fucking... Okay, this is... Wow. Nice, time loss on this one, but I can actually gift today at least, because this is... 20 is a... That is definitely like a... Wait, the 22nd is Monday. So this is Saturday. 20th. Yeah, Saturday the 20th. Fart sniffers. Well, you said you went to, UPenn. Or are you at U of M right now? No, you better not be at U of M. I'll give you my opinion after you answer that question. What do you mean depressed? Like, really? No, I'm not calling. Well, yeah, I'm not calling you a fart sniffer. No, there's this really weird effect, and I don't mean to like be super rude, and I promise you can take my word. I mean, you have to take my word for it, but it is not just Michigan State rivalry bias. There's a very weird thing where every person I've ever met, pretty much, who goes to U of M, thinks that they are like God's gift to the world, and that U of M is God's gift to the world. That it's literally like Olympus, you know. It's a very weird, very, very weird thing. It's a very weird thing, and 21. And part of the reason I say that is because some people that I know who went to U of M weren't like that before they went, and then I would, you know, it's very. One of them was actually one of me and Ruben's friends. Not talking shit about him. Me and him get along very well now, I think. I really like him. We're good buddies, but I would say, yeah, while he was at U of M, I think he had. It wasn't like super noticeable. It just was like, it was like, you know, people from state kind of would, I think, be inclined to, you know, if they're making fun of U of M, it's kind of in good fun. And I remember him saying something to me, like making a comment of like about like something about Michigan State sucking or something like that. And I remember kind of like laughing, yeah, oh yeah, Michigan State sucks. And he was kind of like, after he didn't like change, his expression didn't change or anything like that. And I realized, oh wait, okay, he's actually serious. What? Okay, even though he doesn't really have any evidence for that, or it's actually probably not all that bad, or it's at least comparable to U of M. And it's just a weird. But that was like freshman year, I think. Okay, 6, so 9, 6. Or at the very least, the other thing was it's like it wasn't even his program, so like why he would be taking pride in it, I couldn't understand. I'm like, okay, well, like, you don't even study that, or whatever. And Michigan State has things that you know, that are better than Michigan, so like, you know, it's a horse apiece. Like, what the hell? Tuesday, I think, right? Wednesday the 24th is Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday the 23rd. Wait, you're saying? Oh no, exactly. That's the funny thing is that the melee kids, everybody who we know from the east side is literally like that, right? Well, I'm just saying in the situation we were at, I can't remember what it was like some certain program at Michigan State. It was like the business college or something. I don't remember. And I remember being like, well, wait, especially for the business college, you go, wait a second, actually, Michigan State's business college is like really well known within the state. What the fuck, you know? No, yeah, Lansing is totally honorary West Side, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think the main problem is I just have to keep track of my days of the week. I did not lose any corn, so this run is technically fine as long as I get more herbs. This could actually PB if I just don't suck. And choke. Once I get to 11, I have to remember to... Okay, this is Wednesday, Detroit. Only Detroit. Well, I guess I suppose I haven't been, like, in Detroit, but... I'm sure there are places in the country that are scarier. Wednesday, it's not the 24th. Yeah, it's definitely not, but you would think from the, literally, you would think from the kids who go there that it's literally an Ivy League school. It's very bizarre. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, it is not, yeah, it's not actually an Ivy League, but. No, they totally, yeah, but they do just, it's like a prerequisite for going there. You have to like keep a large quantity of your own farts in a jar and huff them on the daily, because Friday. Is Michigan Ivy League? Yeah, 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 yeah. Asked by all those fucking fart sniffing Wolverines. No, and it's yeah. It's I don't actually have anything against people at U of M, like just the people themselves. But yeah, it is a weird. It's just something weird I noticed over time, because I thought that it was just made up. That it was just kind of like things that Michigan Staters said about. 11/7. Right, so this is Friday, so yes, this week Friday. 11/7. This is Friday. 11/7. So the next. Is this the 27th? And then tomorrow's the last harvest, I think. No, okay, it's 2 days. Okay. Saturday. And then on Tuesday I have to do the fishing rod. Sorry, this time I'm actually trying to not kill the run, but... Well, dude, March Madness is canceled. I said this is Saturday. Oh no, I gifted Joe again. Idiot. Yeah, okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's, I don't know. Not a ton of time loss, but yeah, a little bit of time loss. Sunday. What? Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. It feels good, man. I don't know. Feels good. Feels so good. $13.9. I'm about to get dirty in this chat right now. What the fuck? Monday. Why do I feel like I miscounted this? No, that was definitely 13. That was definitely 13. See, I'm choking though, because I'm No, it's red. I really hope I didn't miscount. If I miscounted, it has to be because yesterday I didn't give Joe, but the day before I did, and that was an extra, which means that was 12, 13, which means that was 14. And then tomorrow's Tuesday, the 30th, and this is when I'll do the modestly equipped, but she's definitely nice and lean. Are you talking about Sophie Stone? I mean, don't get me wrong. She's yeah, she's I don't know. I guess I'm just like, maybe I'm just not like as thirsty as I used to be. Like just purely thirsty. You know, I can identify like obviously a hot chick, but we do not have 28 viewers. Who's botting me right now? Actually, that was bad. Yeah, I should not check for. Verbs right now. No, I should have known. This is why I only go for medium. Yeah, this is why you literally only go for medium fish. Because it's impossible to tell the difference between small fish and garbage. Very, very close. That's why I pretty much only aim for fish I know are medium. There we go, that's one. Or that's two, I mean. Yeah, I guess I just don't. I can definitely. I mean, I would say I know a hot chick when I see one, but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not even like trying that hard not to covet my neighbor's wife. It's just kind of not really happening anymore. I don't know if she has a boyfriend or not, I'm just saying. That I was probably, yeah. I don't know, I'm just like, That was actually fast. Shouldn't have looked for the herb though, because I only need one, and you have time technically on the 6 fish day, so yeah, that was actually kind of a mistake. No, I know, yeah. Well, no, you can totally boast to me. I don't give a shit. I mean, no, I'm not trying to say like, yeah, okay, so Sophie's hot, but I'm not like imagining myself like, I don't know. I'm just, it's just not really. Kind of, I mean, it actually feels kind of nice. It's like, I feel like a lot of people get a girl, a lot of guys will get a girlfriend and then they'll stay thirsty. And I don't know, whether it's watch porn or, you know, or even just, you know, browse booty Instagram, basically. And I just don't. I don't know. I don't think it's even that wrong to say that it feels kind of wrong if I was to do that. Not like I'm kind of moralistically chaining myself, but I'm not even really having to try to. I didn't browse booty Instagram before anyway, unless I was watching it as porn, which I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of men do, but Wednesday. Wait, so should I do it? No, I can't do it today. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't choke this run. Just give me one more herb, dude. Literally just one more herb. But yeah, I'm just sort of, I'm not inclined to do that. So this is working out the same as the last ones, except this time I just actually played it correctly. So I'll do it on the Friday again. And then I'll have to do Thursday, Friday. You don't know what Instagram is? I'm saying just the part of Instagram where all the influencers post pictures of their fucking yoga painted asses in the gym. Oh, everybody has fapped on ass Insta. If you haven't fapped on ass Insta, hey, maybe I'm fucked up. But hey, if a man can't admit his fap history, then well, I wouldn't admit my whole fap history. Yeah, I want to sell it here, yeah. Hey, to each his own. Well, all I'm trying to say is that a lot of stuff on Instagram is borderline pornographic. And I wouldn't say that I fapped on ass Insta. I would say that, wow, this is quickly getting a little. I did misplay because I actually shouldn't have harvested the last 2 corn. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, I would just say that. I think there's a lot of crossover of ass, because I'm not really an ass man anyway. So I don't fap to asses, or I didn't fap to asses before I quit being my meat. See your rhythms, it all comes back to no fap. Always comes back to no fap. What was I fucking saying? Oh yeah, I'm saying I think there's a lot of crossover with app. There's just so much basically porn on Instagram anyway. So yeah, I'm not really an ass man personally. Good thing this is going straight on YouTube. Oh, that was large. No, that was... Okay, that's large. I think not fapping has made me less thirsty too, which I think a lot of people are afraid of. They're like, they think that means that it's killing their sex drive, but I don't think that having a healthy sex drive and being thirsty are the same thing. But maybe that's a bit of a philosophical distinction. I don't know. Okay, this is actually easier than I thought to get, Dude, come on, no. Okay, easier than I thought to get 6 large fish. Just be an herb, please. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, I think we're good. I'll count. I'll just check, even though I don't want to. Like 11. Wow. So I actually miscounted. I didn't even need that one. Let's get them. Precise, like a good neckline, collarbones and shoulders are unrelated. Yes, you get me. Like oh my god. Okay. Getting a little bit. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, a good-looking. I think it goes without saying that society now, you know, pretty narrowly defines sexy, especially with women down to ass and tits, which is, and also a very certain kind of ass and tits, which like when you quit, I guess for me, I don't know, I feel like maybe I was fucked up. I probably was a bit fucked up, but I think, men would find their sexuality a bit less distorted if they weren't beating their meat all the time. It's not just about what you're watching when you beat your meat, it's also like just the fact of overstimulating your appetite, I think. But again, of course, I'm not telling anybody to quit beating their meat, but No, it does. Yeah, it totally does. Yeah. Because what are you gonna do? Fap to a, a collarbone, like you just said? It's like obviously not. Okay, so this is Friday. Shit, I've already gotten Kurt to 16. I'm just gonna assume that I did, because this will really only PB, I think, if I just YOLO it. And if I don't get the cutscene, at most I'm behind by 1. 14, ooh, with the 14th is a, no, 14th is a Tuesday. 14 is like, no, 14 is Tuesday. Okay, so I guess we're YOLOing. That's fine though. Then this is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Jeez, or not. Now we're talking about. Jeez, this is getting kind of graphic, dude. No, I know you're definitely a moaner. I bet you're a squealer there, Rhythms. Tuesday the 7th. You know what? Fuck it. Wednesday the 8th. So 9, 10, 11. Oh my god, I just realized. Good. I just realized I didn't give him the herbs. Stupid me. Fair enough. So this is Saturday, 9, 10, 11. This is the 11th, so I have 3 days. Okay, I should be fine, because I should get it tomorrow anyway. It didn't really matter that I slept those days, it just was bad that I paused, I guess. I'll come out tomorrow. I mean, I'm gonna have to do more runs of this because this is still ultimately fairly sloppy. But like I said, my notes are a bit too specific, and they're actually specific to the slower but more likely outcome. So I honestly, even though it's more likely, you obviously want the faster outcome, which is to get more rain in the mild season. So this would be 12, and he actually can come even though it's raining. It's actually really bad that it's raining, because Monday. Okay, I must have been short a gift then. Unless I like absolutely fucked the pooch, screwed the pooch on this one. Yeah. So now I'm definitely losing time. Still can PB, but this is now not looking so good. If anything, I'm only short 1, I think. I hope, because otherwise this is a perfectly good run wasted. I'll do another one, I guess, but I don't really want to. I'd rather... Well, I would probably do another one after this, even if I PV'd. Again, I don't know what day it is, dude. Monday the 13th. Please, dude. Good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Lost some time there for Oh, why are you speaking Polish right now? Yeah, wait, what? Yeah, why are you saying yak shamash there, Rhythms? Is this a real? Do people know this? Is this a real slang in English or? Yak shamash. Oh, Borat shit. Oh, that's very funny actually. I see. I see. Okay, yeah, that's funny. I actually did not know that reference. Well, good shit, Rhythms. Do not let me forget to send you that stuff. I will go digging for some quality material, and I'll pass it on to you. So, give me a if you can on Discord or something when you get a chance. Just send me a list of things you're curious about, and I'll. No. Yeah, not quality fat material. No. I'm talking about conspiracy material. Yeah, how did you know how it was spelled though, SS? Do you know any Polish? Oh, I googled it. Trying to learn Polish right now. Oh, did you? Dude, very cool. Nice. Okay, I recently went to Poland too for like 5 days. What'd you go to Poland for? Polish is very hard, yeah. But I'm gonna commit myself. Kind of feel like I have to. Oh, you think so? Well, I guess because fair enough because the way they spell the. Yeah, because of all the consonant clusters, that's true, yeah. Actually not, yeah, well, consonant clusters, but also the digraphs make some very long words, yeah. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed Poland actually. I was there with my girlfriend, but so I didn't like do a ton of sightseeing, but we did go to Gdansk. I don't know what part of Poland you were in. I was in the north of Poland, but it was cool. Yeah. But she's Polish, so that's why I'm like feel like I have to. I don't have to. I know that I don't have to, but if I spent any, it was actually, I totally agree. It was low key, like actually super nice. Very, a lot of forests. Seems like. I think mountains in the south, right? But okay, nice. So I think Krakow is in the south. Really? Why not? Yeah, my girlfriend said that she went to Krakow once. Actually, I think that was when she went on her retreat, actually. The meditation retreat, she said. Interesting. Really? You mean just like the architecture, or kind of like the just kind of a lot of remaining, kind of a lot of leftover stuff from that era? It's crazy how recent it still is. I mean, that's yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Poland seems like it's been in the middle of a lot of conflict over the years. Dude, real, come on. Nice. Wow, not really any time loss. Oh shit, I actually should have already split, but yeah, apparently Gdansk was taken over by Germany for a while. And a lot of northern Poland had a fair bit of German influence, and it's like they've redrawn the borders like so many different times over, you know, a few hundred years. So yeah, very interesting history. Yeah. 7. Unfortunately, this was actually still a very sloppy run. Yeah, no, it was a beautiful, beautiful city. Yeah, a lot of like really, a lot of really old buildings, but also a lot of it's obviously been converted into newer. You know, whether it's shops or restaurants or. But then there was also a lot of new construction there too. A lot of like really a couple of buildings I saw with some very interesting kind of, I don't know, creative architecture or whatever you call it. But Solidarność. Yeah. Why haven't I posted my new runs? I have. The only one that I didn't post recently was this PB that I got last night in this category, and that's because I intended to improve it like I just did tonight. I may see, and that's the thing. Like I may post this one, but I honestly want to improve this one now too. I'll do another run after this, just because. Why the fuck not? Michigan's in lockdown, right? So I'll do another one here. Very nice that I was able to catch the fish there, but this was overall a very sloppy run because it's difficult to be talking to chat and keeping track of the calendar, and also, like I said, my notes are left me a little bit unprepared for. But I've done about 3 runs now where I've gotten the kind of luck that I wasn't prepared for. So I think I understand it a little better now, the order that I have to do things in, because I had it planned out in a very specific order in my notes. No, exactly, very Catholic. Yeah, in fact, of course, that's why my girlfriend is so Catholic. But We went to a very nice church. I went with her. Should have guessed what, or based on what stereotype. Is that a stereotype of Polish people, or? I guess I gotta be honest, I didn't really know a lot about Poland. It's very funny, actually. About probably 6 months before I met my girlfriend, maybe a little bit more, I remember coming randomly across a YouTube video of a guy, an American who moved to Poland, and the title of the video was like, "Why I'm so happy I moved to Poland," or something like that. And I remember it was like a decently long video where he talked about the culture and maybe the economy or whatever else. I don't know what he did for a job. He had a pretty decently sized YouTube channel, so maybe he did a lot of that for money. But he said he married a Polish chick and, you know, had all great things to say about Poland. And I remember watching it, I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, at the time I was thinking, well, you know, I had gone to Edinburgh. I was thinking about the States, everything that's going on here, and kind of trying to figure out, you know, where do I want to go? Is it worth leaving the country? But Jan Pavel. Right. Good point. But yeah, all of my other PBs recently, the other 6 any percent Save the Homeland runs I've done are all on speedrunner.com. The most recent one was Cake Contest, and last I checked, it hadn't been approved yet. Because I could approve the run myself, but I would rather one of the other moderators, or one of the other leaderboard mods approve it. Just because it makes it look a little bit more legit that way. I don't want to, you know, look like I'm just kind of sweeping through and, you know, verifying my own runs all the time. Even though I did verify my first round of runs through this game, but that's because literally nobody played the game at the time. So I'd rather have them do it. And DP always gets right on it usually, so that should be approved now, I think. Okay, cool. Thinking 101 is probably decently feasible. But yeah, I don't think that you can really sub 1. Realistically.